Tasha is with us in Georgia starting off this hour. Hey, Tasha, how are you?
Hi, Dave. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
All right. So, first off, I'd like to say I've had it moment. And so I've been an ostrich all these years about my money, and I'm taking financial peace now. And while I was getting everything together to see how much I actually really owed, which is about $44,000, half of it is student loans, which are current, and the other half, about $22,000, is everything else because I was normal, and it's pretty much all in collections. And because like I said, I've been an actress, so I didn't even know how much I owed. So while going through that and really paying attention and, getting all that paperwork and everything together, I found out that one of the companies tried to sue me 2 years ago, but I had moved to another state. So I guess that complicates things a little bit. So now I'm kind of wondering, what do I tackle first? Do I tackle that old debt first because I'm afraid they might try to come back and try to sue me again? Or do I tackle my current debt, which is mostly my student loans?
Right. And what's your income?
$48,500.
Good for you. And how much do you owe on your car?
I owe nothing on my car. I went and sold my car and bought a hoopty.
Hey, look at you. There's an I've had it, girl. I love it.
Yes.
Good for you. All
so
right.
when I said I was serious about my I had it moment, I'm serious. So,
Okay.
yes.
Now, so what are you on the other $22,000 that's not student loans? Are you paying anything currently at all on any of that?
No, I have not.
And how long has it been since you paid on any of it?
Probably like 2015.
Okay. And what kinds of debt is it?
Mostly credit cards. There are some medical bills, but mostly. Oh, and then I had a car repoed in like 2014, and so one of them is that too.
Okay. Let's do two debt snowballs. Is your student loan one single loan or a bunch of little loans?
It's 3 loans.
Okay. Let's debt snowball it.
Okay.
And work it off first. You should be able to do that in a little over a year on beans and rice, rice and beans.
Yeah.
Okay. Once you're clear on that, then your next debt snowball is on your defaulted debt. And the reason we're going to work it differently is because you're not paying anything on it, so it doesn't free up anything in your budget when you pay one off.
Right.
And there's no debt snowball. There's no snowball. It just, you're just plinking one off, plinking one off, plinking one off like that, right? So here's what we'll do. Same thing. We'll list them smallest to largest. Now, old credit card debt that is 5 or 6 years old will settle for somewhere around 20 cents on the dollar of the original debt. Okay? So let's say you had $1,000 debt and you call them up and they go, oh no, it's $3,000 now because we've added all these fees and interest because it's been all these years and all this stuff. You say, well, I don't have that. I do have $500 or I do have $200 or whatever, right? And you've saved up a little bit of money and you offer them cash as settlement in full as a percentage of the original debt. Okay?
Okay.
Not as a percentage of what they say is owed, but a percentage of the original debt. Some percentage of that. And that's what you'll be able to settle it for. Now, if they're tiny little loans like $200 or something like that, you just call up and get confirmation on what they are and just pay them.
Okay.
Like a little medical bill that was $70 and they say you owe $102. Oh, just pay it. It's not worth screwing because you're not screw around with them for a week if you don't. So it's just go ahead and get it, but get it in writing from them, confirmation as to what you're going to pay as a settled amount or as a the right amount. I mean, they tell you it's $102. Okay, send me an email that clears this debt in writing, and I will send that check to you today. Okay, cool. And they'll send you that email. You send that check out. Okay, or you got this other one that was $1,000. They've jacked it up to $2,422, but you settle it for $300, right? Then you get that in writing before 2 instructions. You have to remember these 2 instructions. In writing before you send them any money, and you're settling each one of these as a lump sum, no payments.
Right. Okay.
Save up $500 and settle. Save up $1,000 and settle. Save up $500 and settle, just like that every time. And so, and what you're going to find is that you may have to work on these a month. You have to mess with them back and forth because you're dealing with collectors, and a lot of times you're dealing with collectors from debt buyers because the original doesn't even hold the debt anymore.
Right. Yeah.
And you're going to have to track them down and find out who holds the debt. But the 2 instructions are it must be in writing or you do not send them any money because you can tell they're lying if their mouth's moving. Do not give them money unless you have it in writing, and keep a hard copy. Hit print. Don't keep the email. Hit print on the email. Staple a copy of the cashier's check or the money order or whatever you sent to that and keep it in a file for the next 10 years because this crap will come back up.
Got it.
It has a high rate of resurrection. It comes back to life. It's Zombieville. Okay? Now, the second instruction is do not allow them to have electronic access to your checking account because they will clean you out. Some of them, a high percentage of them, are crooks, them being secondary debt buyer collectors. They're just crumballs, okay? And so you have to get it in writing, and you cannot give them electronic access to your checking account because you agreed to $300 and you look in there and they took $600 out. And there's not a lot you can do because you owe them more than $600.
Right.
What are you going to do? Say you didn't keep your agreement? And they're going to say, well, you didn't keep your agreement. And then you get in this arguing match. So do not let them take electronic access. So you can either wire them money, you can do a prepaid debit card with only the exact amount on it. That's the only kinds of stuff you can do. All right, but you can send them a check if you want to, but you cannot let them have electronic permission to get into your checking account and bounce around. So in writing, no electronic access to your checking account when you're dealing with collectors. It's okay to do that when you're doing like your electric bill coming out or something like that, your cable bill. Mine all comes directly out of my checking account. That's not a problem. But I don't let people that I'm adversarial with, that I'm in an argument with, even if the argument's settled, have electronic access to my account. That's simple. So that's how you do it. Work the separate set debt snowball. And what you're going to probably end up doing is saving up a little money, and you're going to have 2 or 3 of these in play at any given time. And you'll be going, whoever gives me the yes answer first is going to get this batch of money, and the other one will have to wait on the next batch. So you better say yes quick, and you learn to play them. And you're just going to have to argue. Just get ready to argue. And they're not nice, and you have to hang up the phone when they're not nice, and you have to go through all this crap with them. So that's part of cleaning up your mess. Glad you're not an ostrich anymore.